この英文のどこがおかしいか分かりますか？ Since 2 weeks ago。英語を勉強している方にとって since と ago は意味的に似ているので混乱しやすいと思います。でも意味をちゃんと使い分けられないとちょっとおかしくなるケースが多いです。
Hey Arthur, since と ago はどう違う？
You know, I've never thought of that before.
皆さんこんにちは、アーサーです。今回の動画では since と ago の上手な使い分けを学びましょう。よろしくお願いします。So in this video, I could just teach you the logical difference between since and ago and give you a bunch of grammar rules to follow. But that's not actually what English is about. And actually, if you study English logically like that, it's very easy to forget. English is something that communicates images, feelings, and if we want to learn English effectively, we need to focus on the image, the feeling of what we're saying. ちなみにあなたはこのチャンネルを初めてご覧になっている場合は、I just want to say thanks so much for stopping by. 毎週ネイティブの感覚に基づいた英会話レッスンを教えていますので、if that's something that's interesting for you, please consider subscribing to this channel. で、前からご覧になっている方であれば、thanks so much for watching again. Now let's get into today's topic. So, what's the image of since? Well, since isn't actually talking about the past so much as it's talking about the present. For since, you're describing a situation that started at a specific point in the past that's continuing up until now. I like to think of it as kind of like a river. When you see a river, you're seeing a river at that particular point. But a river has a source, a specific point kind of uphill, maybe up on a mountain somewhere. And that's the image of since. So even though you're talking about the past, you're actually more talking about the present. You're talking about how something has continued until today from a specific point.
Hey Arthur, いつ結婚したか覚えてる？
Yeah, like 3-4 years ago.
What? No, we've been married since 2016.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Now, what about the word ago? Well, the root word of ago is go, to go. In Japanese, you would say iku. And when you put a to something at the beginning of a word, a prefix to that word, it means the situation, the jokyo has already been completed. So when someone is asleep, it means they are sleeping. If someone is awake, it means they have woken up and they are in the situation of being awake. Just like in this case, ago means it's in the situation of having gone. It's already completed. It's already gone. And so we use ago for something that was in the past that does not continue up until now. It has no connection with now. It's just in the past. It's gone into the past.
Yeah, we were married 6 years ago.
What? We're not married right now?
So now, can you see why the phrase since 2 weeks ago is kind of strange? このフレーズは矛盾してるんですよ。We have the word since, which means continuing up until now, but ago means not now, only in the past.
Arthur, do you study Japanese?
Yeah, I studied Japanese since 2 weeks ago.
What?
Huh?
それだと混乱しますよね。So then, how do you use these two phrases? どのように使い分けるんでしょうか? Well, when you want to just talk about the past with no connection to the future or the present, and you want to actually emphasize that it's not occurring in the present anymore, you use the word ago.
That's me. I played violin 10 years ago.
Oh, nice! Do you still play now?
No.
なんでこの話してるの？
But when you want to talk about a situation that is continuing up until now and you want to focus on it being even now, then you use the word since. So for example, when you want to talk about how long a building or a business has existed, we use since because they're still in business. That building is still there, right? If it's not, then you would use ago.
Nuts me. There's a restaurant I like. You want to go?
Hey, sure!
Great. It's been around since the 60s. I know you're going to love it.
Or if you want to tell about how long you personally have been doing something like a hobby or your job.
Nuts me. I've been playing the guitar since I was in middle school.
Oh, so you must be good.
No, not really.
Or when you want to tell about how something has changed after an important event in your life.
I've never been the same since Natsumi left me.
Arthur, I'm still here.
Huh?
Now, wait. 次の動画に進む前にちょっと待ってください. Please don't skip this part. This is really important because the word since is actually a little bit difficult to use naturally in English. And I want to share with you how to use since naturally. There are 2 points I want to focus on. And the first point is about the grammar. You know, since. I said 2 senses. In this case, they're actually 2 different words, but if you want to know about that, I can share that in another video. Please let me know in the comment box below. Since is also talking about the current situation, but it also refers to something in the past. We have to use the present perfect tense. 現在完了形 in Japanese. So you wouldn't say, I studied English since 2013. それだともう現在と関係なくなっていて、過去だけのものになるからですね。Instead, you would say something like, I've studied English since 2013. It's the I have that's important.
So when did you start learning Japanese?
You know, I've been studying Japanese since I was in middle school, so I started learning 18 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a long time.
Now, the other point is about the words that come after since. You know, since refers to a specific point in something, we need to have a time word that focuses on a specific point in time, not a period of time, but a specific point in time. So you can't say something like, I've studied English since 2 weeks before, or I've studied English since the past 2 weeks, because 2 weeks is a period of time. It's not when you started it, it's the period of time. We have to say when we started it. So instead, you can say something like, I have studied English since last week. I have studied English since 2013. I have studied English since I graduated school. Because those are specific points in time. But if you want to say the period of something, you use the word for. So you could say, I have studied English for 2 weeks, or I have studied English for 1 week. But if you want to talk about when you started it, it would be, I have studied English since last week. OK, まとめに入りましょう。Since はある時点から今まで続いているということを伝えます。ago はただ単に過去にあったある時だけという意味になります。したがって、since を使うと現在完了形を使います。I studied English since last week じゃなくて、I have studied English since last week. また、期間じゃなくて具体的な時点を使わないといけないです。I have studied English since 1 week じゃなくて、I have studied English since last week です。Alright, これでネイティブが感覚で何気なく使い分けている英語を学びました。やっぱりこういう英語を学べてありがたいですね。でもほとんどの英語を勉強している方はフレーズ、文法をたくさん学ぶんですが、いきなり外国人と対面するってなると、頭が真っ白になって言葉が出てこないという問題になってしまいます。具体的にどうしたら英語を学ぶだけではなく、生の世界で外国人と実際に話せるようになるんでしょうか。今回の動画でシェアすると長くなりますので、無料ガイドにまとめました。その無料ガイドをゲットするためには、You can click up here or you can click the link below this video. As always, enjoy your English adventures. 一緒に世界とつながりましょう. See you next time.
Hey Arthur, how long have we been married?
Yeah, I would say like 3-4 years.
What? No, we've been married since 2000.
Okay. You know, Natsumi, I've been playing guitar since I was in middle school.
You're so...
Yeah, you know how.